Hello, my name is Michael Price from Journey. I'm a sales recruiter. I have been for 25 years. I'm here to talk to you about a role I'm recruiting for with an analytics vendor, 120k base, 240 OTE. It's a mix of new business and account management. Company is a 70 million euro business who have got 40% year-on-year growth. They've had recent investment. I was introduced here actually by the investor that's invested into this business. And I was talking to him a little bit before I met the client. And the story behind this company and why they've invested into it is fascinating, and they're set up for absolutely superb growth. It's a European business. They have relatively small footprint in the UK. They've got about 20 people here. They've got pre-sales here. They've got sales here, and they've got sales support here. The tech, I've put analytics. Is it TPM? Is it analytics? What this is really about is to be used quite often by CPG brands for a pricing strategy. That's what it is in a nutshell. They've got some massive, and when I say massive, I mean massive CPG brands. And there's just massive room for growth. I've used the word massive about 5 times there, but actually it is. This is a good business in a good place with good backing. The role is about account growth. So there's sale into existing accounts, there's new business. The new business wins are obviously going to take longer than selling into existing accounts, hence the reason there's a mix. And this really is about managing the UK territory. It's a sales role. Early on in the sale, they are expecting that you will be quite involved, almost from a pre-sales perspective. I think pre-sales might mislead, but it's the only word I could really think of. But to be clear, this isn't a sales role where you're just turning up and just doing the management of the sales process and then bringing in sales, pre-sales early on. There's a little bit more of a pre-sales element to it in the initial part of the sale itself. Target is 2 million of ARR growth, and it's home-based. So from their perspective, what they are looking for, if we look at that tech circle, it's capable of the sale. I think it's more than likely that the candidate that gets this role will work in TPM or analytics, something of that nature. And that again tells us about the person. From a personal perspective, they do want a salesperson, but they also want somebody that's used to handling the more detailed part within that early sales. And as I've stressed, it's not a pre-sales role, it is a sales role, but there will be some emphasis on you handling those initial parts. They're quite keen, if they can, to get somebody that's got some form of background from an educational standpoint in engineering or mathematics or something along those lines. Very open from a vertical perspective. They're very strong in CPG. They are the absolute go-to name in that market. But that's not part of their prerequisite here. I think it's probably unlikely somebody who works in public sector would get this job. Package is 120k base, 240 OTE. There might be some movement there. I think other parts of this is there's going to be unbelievable growth here. I really do think that whoever gets this job will go there. They'll earn £250,000 a year, which in itself is obviously an amazing thing to do, but actually they will grow with this company as it grows because they've, as I've said, got such tremendous backing. My contact details are on the screen, also the email address of my colleague Jo. It's unlikely I'll speak to her, but she and I do work pretty closely together. Thank you. I'll hopefully hear from you soon.